Welcome back to the last session of the module Supply Chain Globalization, Session 3. The learning objectives of Session 3 would be to provide insights on the impact of technology on supply chain globalization, to understand what is supply chain coordination and related decision and how it can be achieved. Supply chains generally are composed of several entities like end customers, component suppliers, a material product manufacturer, raw material, service or a producer of services and even distributors. Supply chains generally are composed of several entities like end customers, component suppliers, a material product manufacturer, raw material, service or a producer of services and even distributors. Supply chain globalization structures largely changes based on the demand, technology needs, business focus and equipment. It definitely includes various other flows as well as new entities. Payment flows from customers towards suppliers, materials ordered and services move from suppliers towards customers. Likewise, information also flows both ways. Supply chains can also be noticed to flow in reverse, which begins with those who would like to return such items as components for replacement or repair, all the returned goods which are to be considered for remanufacture, and also the various other obsolete goods for disposal or recycling. The forward chain as well as the reverse chain both comprise of cash or credits and also information flows. The methodical way to understand the various stages of supply chain globalization and the influential factors are presented. Strategic planning. Every efficient strategy for supply chain starts with a long-term and a solid decision making. This level of strategy places the startups to think of a complete supply chain network, and it provides a greater stride to supply chain globalization. Issues to be considered at this level can be comprehended as selecting strategic facilities required for the business, to create a system of transporters and a very strong supplier who are reliable along with a good logistics network, the major impact of the inventory management system, focus on IT programs and systems can be made more effective. The next stage is tactical management. In this tactical level, businesses always make a very short-term decision. The planning begins at the basic strategy level, but all the other processes are well defined in the tactical level. These tactical decisions have a good impact on minimizing risks and controlling cost. At this level, the major focus is to attend to the customer choices and to achieve the best value. The most common concerns at this stage are contracts for procurement of the materials and services, production guidelines and contracts which can help to meet quality standards, inventory management including storage and end product distribution, financially viable value addition practices in comparison to the competitors. The last level is the operational level. The operational level of supply chain globalization is the most obvious one. These are the real-time processes which keeps the supply chain active. The key mistake or the drawback of any company is to leap directly into operational management by not focusing on the plans at the strategic and tactical levels. Best operational level processes can be a result of concrete strategical and tactical planning. Tactics of best operational level management can include points like satisfying the demand through regular forecasting, production operations which include scheduling and efficient management of work in process, screening of all activities related to logistics and order fulfillment, compensating the damages or losses which occurs with vendors, suppliers and clients, handling both the outgoing and incoming materials or products and the on-hand inventories. Effective supply chain strategies are certainly a result of a holistic operational approach. When all the three levels of supply chain globalization are paid due attention, each member of the supply chain will be benefited. It is evident that of late the supply chains have become much more longer and more complex, so that the severity and occurrence of a supply chain disruptions are increasing to a greater extent. There are numerous steps that both government as well as the industry groups can make together to bring up supply chains in a more vibrant and successful manner. To help these both entities, consumers can cooperate. All private sector companies can back up the broad measures, but a very proactive step should be taken for the supply chains to be more strong and tough. As an end note, When all of a sudden a greater disruption happens in organization, the businesses have to carry forward some mitigation plans which can bring more market share to them than that of their competitors. In the globalized scenario, it is evident that the supply chains formed or created during earlier stages need to be reformed for the actual operation to face formidable challenges of VUCA environment. The change element of dynamic operations can only be a possible solution to accomplish this. I have a class activity for you all. I would like to assign yourself with a specific role of a retailer or a wholesaler operating from different part of the world for various components of the products to be manufactured and negotiate the supply chain contracts. You can include decisions pertaining to pricing, inventory and ordering. Empower your thinking by applying the latest advancement in technology. This can be prepared as an instrument containing questions for better manufacturer-supplier negotiation. This accentuates your learning about the negotiation environment in a globalized scenario. Dear students, at the end of this session, you have gained ability to develop effective coordination in supply chain management. The learning outcome is completely fulfilled only when you join a business. You can very well cooperate and collaborate with business partners to deliver value and competitive advantage. With this, we come to the end of this module. Thank you. Best wishes.